Alright guys, so I know we are pretty much in the need. We don't want it, we need all the info we can get on anything Spider-Man related. Well, today we are going to be looking at the conceptual art A for Spider-Man's web shooter from Captain America Civil War. Now obviously when you start looking at this, you can sort of get the idea of how his web shooters works in the MCU. Now obviously let's just look at the arm. You can obviously tell what the web shooter actually physically looks like within itself, and I think it looks pretty damn awesome. And of course the two little trigger lines going down with the trigger pads of course on his hand. Now here is the interesting thing that I think is really cool. Now obviously we know that the web shooter is a product that shoots out the web. That much is clear, you know, no one can argue that. But it's the way that they actually use the web typically that's, up for debate. You know, they've used it so it's actually made by the body, which of course in the Sam Raimi, and then in the actual, Amazing Spider-Man, he stole it from Oscorp. Now we know in this version he's actually going to be making the web by himself. And right here, if you look at it, it says there's a carbon nanotube filament, A and B chemical recharge canister. Now obviously, like the Amazing Spider-Man, it's not all one when he shoots it. Obviously you can tell right here there's a red and a blue, so when he hits these two triggers, it triggers each one of the little tubes to release down into the middle, which due to a chemical compound actually shoots out the web. So if one is used by itself, it wouldn't do much and it wouldn't definitely shoot out a web. Because this is science, and for science you need to combine the chemicals to get a chemical reaction. So it's pretty awesome that they released this and kind of gives you an insight into Peter Parker's mind and how smart he is and how he's coming up with this, and gives you a closer look at what the web shooter looks like. So honestly, I thought this was pretty awesome, and I definitely dig the design of it and how they're explaining it. I really can't wait to see more of it, and if they're going to actually show it and maybe even explain it in the movie, because I love it when Peter gets into the science of how his stuff works. So you guys let me know your thoughts down below, and do you enjoy when they do stuff like this? You know what we like? We like comic book shirts, and we like comic book shirts that we can't find just anywhere, such as our TeePublic shop. TeePublic is all 100% original creations by fans of the material. All sorts of one-of-a-kind shirt you can only buy there, so make sure you check it out at our TeePublic shop, or check it out in the description below to go straight there and see some amazing one-of-a-kind shirts.